This is a reading for you. It is not attached to a zodiac sign nor a timeline. The intention is if you come across this reading, it should benefit you in some way. Please do like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell if it resonates and if you enjoy it. There will be an extended version of this reading available on my Patreon, which is available in the first link below. I will say, waiting on the world to come won't make it move any faster, in the sense that the changes you want to see in your life, I feel like you're coming to an understanding of sort of getting started. Behind you, there may have been some hesitation, pause, contemplation, or balancing of your internal self. But it's interesting with this Fool and the Seven of Cups. To me, it looks like he's taking a leap right out of these cups, right? Sort of like out of this mystical mystical cloud of confusion. It's almost like a storm of his consciousness is how I'm seeing it. And the thing about this card is it's about options, but it's also sort of about confusion and the need to make a choice, because the thing about this is it's kind of floating by, and you can see that some choices are better than others. Opportunities don't stay there forever. So basically, one needs to evaluate their best educated guess or determine what they actually want to move towards it. Even if the outcome is sort of a mystery, there is an emphasis on trusting the process here. You know, not waiting for results, not waiting for the world to come to you, not analyzing every aspect of your life to death. And, you know, there may be some kind of ending here even with these other cards that are coming out. Clarify the Moon. Yeah, it's almost like you're not sure how something's going to go. I feel like that could be, that aspect maybe in your relationships, because it does seem to be sort of a personal matter when I clarify that. But I mean, there could be also just whatever it is for you, you know, put it in your relationships, your career, whatever it sparks within you, right? That sort of unknown path ahead, or just not being able to determine necessarily how something will look. You know, lean into the present moment of it. Fall in love with the present moment. Fall in love with the process. Romanticize it even. Yeah, because it does seem like you're maybe focused on issues, or clarify. You might also have some people like looking to you in some way, or there's a lot of financial things to work through, possibly. You know, it's sort of saying to go ahead and proceed with your anxiety all you want, but as long as you're proceeding, as long as you're taking steps, making efforts, and you're being clear. But it almost feels like you feel kind of weighed down by certain things or even people. And you know, people, for example, that can affect our finances in many different ways. Whether it's you're, you know, giving too much, or you're being held up too much, or you're being, you know, hopefully that'll fit for you because it seems to be on your mind. Also, it kind of, you know, this card does talk about not being able to get past, like, you know, a poverty perspective or an impoverished perspective, or you know, negativity, depression. It's sort of being so focused on your own bullshit that you walk right past the solution, kind of thing. It also can talk about attachments that aren't good for you. Also, I don't know what this message is completely coming through out of left field, but when I'm looking at it, I'm really noticing the tattered clothes. For some reason, I feel inclined to say get new clothes. Not like in a rude way, it's just I don't know why that's coming through. Or maybe that's how you feel. I don't know. Maybe you feel like you need new clothes. I feel like you may see some sudden changes. You know, if you sort of proceed forward, you might see some sudden changes. There's, you know, I feel like there's so much emphasis on fearing how something will go or how it will turn out. And did you ever wonder if that benefits you? If you look at that and wonder how much time you spend thinking about that or worrying about that, in a lot of ways, isn't that maybe your biggest block? What would happen if you didn't really anticipate or you consciously stopped thinking about that? I mean, this suggests that it would go quite well. I just pulled a few cards because I was curious. Pull an oracle. Okay, so there seems to be, you know, the element of fire is represented here for one, and it suggests a new passion or some life being sort of breathed into something, or you maybe even revisiting, like trying to, you know, put energy into something. You're inspired, and it does suggest spiritual assistance because we literally get spirit and fairy magic combined. And with the fairy magic card, I just associate it with magic. It doesn't have to be fairies, but I'll go ahead and read what it says. You know, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. And then it says, respectfully work with the fairies and elements to achieve your goals. So whatever magical practice or spiritual practice. But it does suggest that if you're doing that kind of thing, you know, that's working for you, or you're just sort of divinely guided or protected in this. And, you know, we have air, the element of air. So work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation to see the truth. And when you do that, that's when wish fulfillment comes in, rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. So maybe even if you're going through spiritual work, or you're going through some kind of purification process or awakening or enlightenment or whatever the fuck, maybe that opens you up to new perceptions to see things clearly that help you evolve in your life. So I'm going to take this a bit further on my Patreon. Again, that is the first link in the description below. If you enjoyed this, I hope to see you over there. And thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. All that stuff helps out a lot. You just even being here. If you've watched the video to this point, like, thank you. You know, most people, you know, because you see the the analytics or whatever, you know, most people get about like halfway through. So if you're at this point of the video, thanks. Okay, so I'll see you on Patreon, and if not, I hope you have a great night.